Good morning, students of 4th year. Today's topic is the third conditional, which will be the final exam topic. Remember that we have already covered the zero conditional for situations that will always happen. The first conditional for situations that are very likely to be happening in the future. Then we have the second conditional for situations that are very unlikely to be happening, and then we have the third conditional that we're going to see today, how to form it and how to use it. So this is the explanation of the third conditional, and then you're going to practice as always on our chat group with some exam type exercises. Third conditional. A third conditional is the one that we're going to use when we want to talk about a situation that didn't happen in the past and we want to imagine the possible result of that situation. So, like any conditional, it has a two-part sentence. The first part is going to establish the situation in the past that didn't happen, and in the second part we're going to imagine a possible result of that first situation. So the good thing about the third conditional is that we can play with any possible result that this first situation can give to us. The structure of the third conditional is this. First, like many other conditionals, it have the if followed by a past perfect sentence. This is the first part of the situation. This is the possible scenario that didn't happen in the past. Then we have the second part of the sentence, the subject, followed by the modal would. Then we have the auxiliary have and the past verb participle. For example, we have if in here, then we have the past perfect. You have put yeast, and then we have the second part of the sentence. So this is the first part that establishes the situation that didn't happen in the past. If you had put yeast, so the if, the past perfect. Then we have the second part of the sentence, which is the situation that is the possible result of this first event that didn't occur. So then we have the subject, the cake, then we have the modal would, because it's something that could have happened. Then we have the auxiliary have, and we have the past verb participle risen. So the cake would have risen. So this is the situation that didn't happen, and this is the possible result if this first situation had happened. So to complete, if you had put yeast, the cake would have risen. We have another example reason. If I had asked you, would you have helped me? So remember that it can be in both a negative or a positive sentence, and also a question. So the structure obviously is going to change dependent if this situation, if this result is a negative, a positive, or a question. So we have the if, the past perfect, then we have the subject obviously in reverse with the auxiliary because it's a question. Would is first, then we have you, the subject, have helped me, the have, and the past verb participle. So we can use instead of the modal would other modal verbs like could or might, because we are talking about a possible scenario. So there are more just than one modal verb that can accomplish that function. So instead of would, we can use could and we can use might, and the result is the same. Take a look at this example. if I had saved my progress, I could or might have finished on time. We can use one of those two in one of those three. We can use would, we can use could, we can use might, and the result is the same. It is accomplished the third conditional. What are the uses of the third conditional? Well, the first one is the most obvious because it's the one that we have been talking all this time to refer about a situation that didn't happen in the past, which we have two more examples. If I had had a better job, I would have had an amazing life. Another example, if you had helped me, I wouldn't have failed the exam. And here we have the example of a negative situation in the possible scenario. So you have already seen a possible positive situation, a negative situation, and in the past slide you have seen a question. And another use of the third conditional is to express regret for not doing something. So, the example, if I had worked harder, I could have got a promotion. So, this situation depends on an obvious express of regret, because obviously in this situation the person is expressing regret because it didn't work hard, so he didn't got the promotion. So in this situation have regret written all over it. So when this happens, it is very obvious. Another example, if I had been careful, I might not have injured myself. So we have another situation that someone expressing regret because obviously this person injured himself or herself because he wasn't or she wasn't careful. This is all about the third conditional and its uses.